Is his name Flippity-doo-dah?
It's their name, Flippy.
Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
I can't believe you just gendered Flippy, who is
So
our
passionate.
colloquial name for the disembodied robot arm that is taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. We use Flippy as a way to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways that robots are taking over the world and how there's nothing we can do about it. Today, Gonz, we've got an exciting update.
Russia,
Russian.
Russia.
Flippy in space, baby. Now, we have made a habit and our mission to follow all the new exciting Flippy news. But Flippy's in space is a very special category. Of course, we are very lovingly very affectionately follow Canada Arm 2, which is Canada's most famous robotic arm. It's a something like 17 meters long, attached to the International Space Station, Canada's biggest investment in the space station. Thank you, Canada. Of course, we got the Chinese robotic arm that was launched a couple years ago. And now we've got another contender in the space robotic arm wrestling competition. And that is, this is coming from CNN.com.
Ooh.
And the headline is Russian cosmonauts to activate space station's new robotic arm. We've got a Russian arm, Gonz. A new challenger has entered the arena. It goes like this. 2 Russian cosmonauts went on a spacewalk outside the International Space Station on Monday to activate a new robotic arm. Russian cosmonauts Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev began their nearly 7-hour spacewalk at 11:01 a.m. And it ended at 5:37 p.m. Eastern Time, lasting for 6 hours and 37 minutes. It was the first of 2 spacewalks, and it goes into this story is much more about the astronauts or the cosmonauts than it is the space arm, which I did not appreciate. But
Yeah, what
here we go.
about it's a perfect time to kill them? You know, those Russians, they're all evil. So we should use this opportunity while they're in space to just, hit them with the laser beam.
Well, of course, we heard that Putin was threatening to not give U.S. astronauts a ride home from the space station.
Yeah.
Russia is sort of, in the International Space Station sort of agreements, Russia does most of the launches and ferries astronauts back and forth.
Didn't some Russian cosmonauts show up at the ISS wearing the Ukraine outfit and everything?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Right, yeah. During Monday's spacewalk, the duo installed and connected a control panel for the 37-foot-long robotic arm. And the two also removed the arm's protective covers and installed handrails outside the Nauka module. Now, the Nauka module is the Russian module. So, it seems to be that this is strictly a Russian robotic arm. The control panel is in the Russian module. The Russian module is where the Russians live.
They don't have a name for the arm?
I cannot find a name for the arm, and I can't tell if this is just U.S. media ignoring the name of the arm. Maybe it's named Russia's better than Ukraine or the Ukraine Crusher or something. But they are not telling us the name of the arm.
Or
this robotic arm will be
hater.
It could be. Who knows? Yeah, the strong, much stronger than Canada Arm 2. We actually don't have our own arm. Canada made it for us.
Yeah.
This robotic arm will be used to assist spacewalkers and transport any items that need to be moved outside the space station's Russian segment in the future. Now, it goes on and on again about these cosmonauts, but at the end of the article, they do go into this. Asked how the geopolitical tensions with Russia have affected life on the space station, NASA astronaut Dr. Tom Marshburn said during a Friday news conference that it's been, quote, a collegial, very friendly relationship together up here, and we're working together. The NASA crew and the Russian cosmonauts regularly share meals and watch movies together, he said.
Netflix and chill, or maybe not anymore because Netflix dropped 30% today in stock. Side note, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Quote, we rely on each other for our survival,
Wow.
Marshburn said. Quote, it's a dangerous environment, and so we just go out with our training. We go with recognizing that we are all up here for the same purpose, to explore and keep this space station maintained. Now, there's a couple aspects of this. Number one, this robotic arm, Flippy, this space Flippy, is really being used as a vehicle to communicate the message of what is sort of traditionally the scientific, secular, spiritualist priesthood. And that is the astronauts, those who have been to space, which is, a big part of why billionaires going to space is kind of concerning. Because astronauts have always been the sort of scientific, spiritual priesthood where they go up into space. They say, "Oh my gosh, we're all one."
Yeah.
I've seen things you've never seen. I've felt things you've never felt. I've inhabited the realm of the gods. I've looked down on this tiny planet, and we all must get along and work together. That's sort of the message that every astronaut comes back with. And for the scientific secularists, it's sort of the closest thing to, spirituality that we can, that is sort of established. And so Flippy, being the vehicle, the narrative vehicle through which this message is being delivered from, Russian and NASA astronauts getting along, giving the message that we rely on each other for survival. It's a dangerous place. And so we recognize that we're all up here together with the same purpose, to explore and keep the space station maintained. We eat together, we watch movies together, and we all get along. Why can't you do the same down there on Earth?
Until the robot arms start punching each other or other national space people.
That's true. Attached to the space station is Canada Arm 2 and the Russia arm. So they just need to reach from their separate sides of the space station and hold hands gently out in space to show, the friendliness between the East and the West. And there you go. I mean, we have Flippy sort of, he's like an altar boy.
Gosh.
Scientific secular spiritualists up there. Flippy is facilitating the preaching of a message from above.